So I hope not everybody's not sleepy after a heavy lunch or something like that. So I'm gonna start. So I'm Kshitij, also known as Shoot Guru, and my journey in filmmaking did not start from a film school, but from a marketing background. And I come from an era of filmmaking when 3 hours of film was entertainment and people used to go to the cinema and watch it. Whereas now we run after the 30 seconds of entertainment and run after the 3 seconds of the hook to grab attention of our users. Now, one thing that I've seen over the years, and I really resonate with the topic and the theme of this event today, is that you learn from the past. And what we've seen in the past, that content has changed, content has evolved, and not only content, the tone of people creating that content has changed. From a filmmaker, I am now a content creator. From a 3-hour feature, I only think about the 30 seconds that come to your fingertips. So that is how content has evolved. And what I believe, this content that is going on screen now, even on your phones or your laptops or the cinema, is something that will create or change the tone of communication that will actually make a new future for the people who are viewing it. So, just answer a question to yourself. When was the last time you actually saw a positive piece of content going viral? Overnight. When did you see that a positive, heartfelt conversation or a post actually reached millions in just a matter of seconds? I can guarantee nothing of that sorts come to your mind. Right? And whereas negative content has the tendency of going viral like wildfire, and we get to see that on everybody's screen, and it is a part of everybody's conversation. And latest social media is talking about everything but positivity. और इसका सबसे बड़ा एग्जाम्पल क्या है कि राह चलते इंसान को आप थप्पड़ मार दो, भीड़ इकट्ठी हो जाएगी. मगर एक राह चलते इंसान को आप रोक के उसके काम के लिए थैंक यू बोलो और उसको अप्रिशिएट करो, लोग बोलेंगे घर जाओ. That is how our society is coming up. That is how our society has actually transformed and changed over the years. But I come from an evolution of content. From grainy camcorder footage, we're moving to 4K sharp smartphone images. Right? Where storytelling was everything, and photo albums, which are now becoming curated Instagram stories or curated Instagram profiles, don't exist. Right? We used to sit down for stories. We used to sit down with our parents, grandparents, listening to them, what they wanted to tell. And what we see now is that attention spans are going away. Nobody has time. Nobody has time to listen to how stories are coming along and what people actually went through. But at the same time, we're more interested about the gossips of things that are going in other people's life. And that is how content is evolving. We're actually changing our legacy. We're chasing likes over good content. We are running after the views and not after the people who are viewing them. We worry about what is the comment that is going to come on the next post, and we don't care about who's commenting. Right? We check this like, share, subscribe, but do not resonate with the content that is going as comments. We don't worry about it. Right? You see trolls, you see people trolling each other, and we see live trolling happening in places when somebody is speaking on stage. It happens around you. This is how society works. This is how society is building up. I remember an incident in my life that changed everything. I was I would say I was in the middle of the biggest attack that happened on our country, 2008 Mumbai. I was a photojournalist. I was doing my internship there. So, as a photojournalist, my drive was to capture content. Why? Because that content would sell. So at a place where people were falling, running, and dying in front of us, we were more bothered about, did I get the right shot? Did that shot get saved? Did I capture the right moment, the right emotion at the right time? But one thing changed everything, that when I went back to my editor, I will not name the news publication that I was working for, but when I went back to my editor and gave her the images, I got a backlash saying, listen, we can't publish this. This is against the media policies. So an angry, young 23-year-old guy who's just started his internship, capturing the best moment in life without bothering the emotions and the things that were going on around him, got dismissed for his achievement. I cursed the system. I said, the system is bad. The system does not support truth. But at that time, in that era, the system was still intact, where it was suppressing negativity and not raising negativity as wildfire. Whereas I know now, if I would have had those images and published them, I would have had at least 3 Mercedes parked outside my house. Because negativity would have made me money. So what has happened over the years is that negativity is becoming louder. Right? Negativity is spreading everywhere. Negativity is something that goes viral overnight, and you get to hear about it on the social media, on your phone, and it is the first thing you read in the morning. It is something that you might want to not relate to, but might want to connect for. Right? That is the nature of viral negativity. So there are few people who are very negative, but they're so loud on social media that we only see negative content coming out from anywhere, everywhere, and going viral day in, day out. And that is all we see. You open your Instagram feeds right now, you open your social media feeds right now, I can guarantee you out of the 10 posts you view, 8 would have negative content. Things going wrong, but nobody talking about how to make it right. Everybody points out the wrong, everybody points out the mistakes, but nobody points out what to do to make it right. How do we change it? How do we change the paradigm of the content shift that is happening in our society, not only on social media, but also in our minds. In the end, it is all affecting us. Even though there are more of us, even sitting here, who are positive people, but we are quiet. We hesitate to post, we hesitate to talk out, because we are hesitant of the trolls that exist around us. We don't create content. Right? Show of hands, how many of you post at least one piece of content on Instagram every week? I see literally no hands going up. 1, 2, maybe out of the 20 people sitting. Right? We don't post. Why don't we post? Because the hesitation in our mind that says, अगर मैंने post किया, कोई like करेगा कि नहीं? कोई subscribe करेगा कि नहीं? कोई follow करेगा कि नहीं? अगर किसी को बुरा लग गया तो वो क्या comment करेगा? या किसी को मैं पसंद आया तो क्या? Right? That question stops us. That question actually controls our creativity of creating good content. Right? So positivity has gone silent. Nobody is talking about positivity. We talk about consistency, posting every day. You have to post every day. Every day posting will make you go viral. You will get followers. You will get engagement. But nobody talks about what to post every day. What kind of message are you putting out every single day? Right? After researching for over the years, I came up with this dream, a very tiny yet very big dream of training 1 million creators by 2030. That's my dream. After being in the industry for almost 2 decades, I feel that I have the skill to train others. I have the skill to impart knowledge to others and take them on a journey of creating content. So 1 million creators by 2030 would mean that even if these 1 million creators post at least one piece of positive content online, just one, every day, maybe alternate day, or maybe at least once a week, just imagine how many pieces of content are going to flood the web space on a regular basis. That is what we change. We change the whole way that the social media is developing itself. Only then we will be able to change mindsets for a better solution. The vision for the future is very simple. We have to create social media as a safe place. It's not safe. You know, I'm scared that a 10-year-old who has access to a phone with an Instagram account logged into it has access to so much of information that is so bad for him at that age that that person, that child could develop in a very wrong way. Nobody is controlling that. Even after parental controls, even after security, even after putting barriers on kids of screen time, just to keep them calm, we hand them YouTube with a video of a child maybe a cartoon or whatever. But what we don't really realize that the next possible recommended content could be something which affects them in a bad way. And that happens. Even on content that is meant for children, even on content that is supposed to be safe for children, there are pieces of negative content that have tags which go viral, and tags with children tags go viral very easily. So what are we exposing our next generation to? Right? So we have to change that. Even the trolls would have microphones, they would go louder. Have you ever noticed people trolling on social media either have blank profiles or profiles that are private? So they are already hesitating to expose themselves to you by not coming out. But we have the power in our pocket, we have the power on our fingertips to at least post a positive story, a positive response, or a positive solution. We get stories, I support this, eyes on that. But what does anybody talk about? Are you signing a petition to work towards it? Are you part of a protest that stops it? Are you giving solutions to people around you rather than just cribbing about what is going wrong in the world? And that is what we need to change. We need to make positivity louder. That is the message that I want you to take back today. That if tomorrow one piece of content that you post, be it a story, be it a repost, be it a comment on somebody else's post, is a positive piece of content or positive message or something that would uplift, boost their morale, would be something that comes from you that is adding positivity to the network out there. Right? Over the years, we've seen digital media transforming. I have seen feature film converting into web series converting into vertical cinema. Films that are shot for less than a 90-second output. That is a filmmaker's nightmare. Right? A writer's nightmare where 3 hours were already less for me to put out content. Now to worry about the 90 seconds that I'm given on social media, because I know if I cross the 90-second mark, the algorithm will block me. So we're worried about the algorithm, we're worried about how the matrix would work, we're worried about how content would play out and whether I will become an influencer or not. In our mind, somewhere or the other, I know even if you say that likes don't matter, shares don't matter, saves don't matter, but even one like, one share, one subscribe, or even one comment on your post will boost your morale. Correct? And that is how our social paradigm works. We are influenced by it, but it is time that we start putting out positive content. It is time we start putting out content that resonates with the people around you, that resonates with something that would create a change for future. It has to be something that hits the negative content creators so hard that they have to start putting out positive content. Right? Then we talk about mainstream news media going negative. We talk about television going negative. Cinema always was on like a thin line between negative and positive stories. But where are you? Are you creating that dent in the social media paradigm of creating positive content? So one thing that I would request anybody who's listening to this is start posting at least one piece of positive content, because that one piece of positive content could mean a smile, a boost in morale, or motivation for somebody who's doing good content already to keep doing it and keep them motivated on a journey that could change the future for a lot of us. And that's what I have to say. Let's make positivity louder. Thank you so much.